Santa Fe, New Mexico. A cold and breezy Sunday morning. Del Jenkins, a 76-year-old war veteran, was sitting on the porch with his beloved dog Rody. Rody was a black Labrador, his only companion for 12 years. No children, no relatives in touch. Rody was his family. Every morning at 8 a.m., they would go for a walk on the same route, stopping at the same shops. Rody was like the silent messenger of the town. Everyone knew him. But on that Sunday morning, Del collapsed at the front door. A heart attack. Rody barked loudly at first, then ran straight to neighbor John Mackenzie's door, scratching and pounding. When John opened the door, Rody ran back to Del. John immediately called 911. The ambulance came and took Del away. But the condition was critical. After reaching the hospital, it was declared brain death. In Del's wallet, a small card was found, an organ donor consent form. He had expressed his wish, "If I can't live, let my body give life to someone else." While the hospital searched for family, Rody waited at the hospital gate. He wasn't eating. He wouldn't touch water. He just stared at the door where Del had been taken in. 3 days passed. Meanwhile, in California, a 10-year-old boy named Luke, who had long suffered from liver disease, was in critical condition. Then came the news a match had been found. Del's liver would be transplanted into Luke's body. The operation was successful. Rody was still sitting at the hospital. Nurses and guards gave him love, water, but he wouldn't move. The next day, hospital authorities made a decision. Rody would be taken near the ICU. Del's body was still being preserved with machines. When Rody was brought in, he slowly walked to Del's bedside. He laid his head gently on Del's hand. He sat silently, eyes closed, for an hour. Then quietly got up and walked out of the hospital as if his final duty was done. The following week, a family arrived in Santa Fe. Luke's family. They were looking for the person who saved their son's life. When they learned the donor's only companion had been a dog, they searched for Rody. Finally, they found him at the town's animal shelter, lying quietly in a corner. Luke's mom knelt down and said, "Will you come home with us?" Rody stood up, slowly walked over, and gently placed his face on little Luke's chest. Luke trembled. He said, "Mom, I feel like this is my friend." From then on, Rody started a new life in a new town, with a new family. But sometimes he would sit on the porch, looking north, toward the direction he came from, as if he still stood guard, honoring a hero. Final note. Sometimes, love isn't just a story of survival. Love is a letter passed from one heart to another. And some know how to deliver that letter silently, faithfully, and without a word. Paw prints.